Om Gam Ganapate Namaha. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakarashu Sarvada Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwaraha. Guru Deva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Sarva Mangala Mangalle Shive Sarvartha Sadhike Sharanitrambike Devi Narayani Namostute. Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Mahalakshmi Rupena Samstita. Namaste se, namaste se, namaste se, namo namaha. Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche. 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 Om Devi Chandraghantaye Namaha. Om Devi Chandraghantaye Namaha. Om Devi Chandraghantaye Namaha. Om Namo Narayanaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Shri Radha Krishnaya Namo Namaha. Shri Hanumanji Maharaj Ki Jai. Welcome to Nitya Satsang. Today is the 24th of September 2025. I want to offer my prostrations to all the great sages and to Paramatma, Bhagwan residing in the heart of every single being. We are in the midst of this extremely beautiful, auspicious time of Navratri. Today is day number 3 of the Devi Chandra Ghanta. Devi Chandra Ghanta is the worshipful form of Devi during the third day. Yesterday was Brahmacharini. So we'll be talking a bit about the connection with Devi Chandraghanta with regards to the actual Devi Mahatmya, as well as our overall conversation regarding Prema Bhakti, as well as the Jivan Mukta state, right? So Chandraghanta Devi is one of the forms of the Mahashakti. Please remember just a couple of things to keep in mind regarding this Navratri time. The Devi Mahatmyam is a scripture that is also called Durga Saptashati. And that was written between the 6th and 7th CE. And it's a foundational text in the Shakta tradition, the Shakti Upasana, where there is the battle between the Mahishasur and the Shumba and Nishumbha. These Asuras are being killed by the Devi. That's what the main point is of these different forms of goddess. She's holding all those weapons. Now, this is very interesting because these forms of Mahashakti that have come out from the Devi Mahatmyam, from Durga Saptashati, from other texts, and then, of course, from the various Puranic traditions, all highlight one simple and straightforward concept. And that is to overcome our antarik shatru, internal enemies. But it is done in a way where there is the destruction of the negative energy itself or transmutation of it. All of these different forms of Devi, they have ultimately only one purpose, and that is to bring about a deep transmutation from within the system. But it is done with regards to destroying all kinds of blockages, all kinds of obstacles, difficulties within the domain of Prakriti. Now, this is a spiritual science. It is a mystical science also, because it is something that has been around for thousands of years. It is also a matter of realizing that there is, the Sakar form, with form of Devi in the transcendental realm, inside the Kailas Dham. I mean, that is also there. And with regards to Upasana, with regards to Bhakti, it is possible to use Navaran Mantra to praise the Devi or worship directly Goddess through the Navaran Mahamantra. So all these other mantras are there. Navaran Mantra is the full mantra that has completely the entire Mool Prakriti doorway within it. because it has the 3 Mahabij mantras within it. Aim, Rim, Klim. Yeah, as I mentioned before, these are not words. That's not what they are. They are extremely, extremely, extremely potent, powerful, transformative spandan, sound vibration. That it will clean up the entire system, and it will bring a doorway. It will open a doorway into that Mahashakti, into that supreme consciousness. That is its potentiality. That is its power. Now, since today is the Devi Chandra Ghanta Upasana time, what is the history? Some of the history behind this. It's quite fascinating. There are a lot of stories, of course. That Devi Parvati is, of course, the wife of Shivji. These are all stories, right? So these are stories that are told in different ways. And she adorns a crescent moon, Chandra, on her forehead, shaped like a bell, Ghanta. Hence the name Chandra Ghanta. So this form of Parvati's role as the warrior protectress, the ringing bell on her brow is said to terrify and disorient asuras and dispel inner fear for devotees. So when we are chanting Navaran Mantra, these powers of Mahashakti become active, so that fear, agitation, these things all disappear. And there's a war to be won. What is that war? That is a war with all kinds of problems in the physical dimension. Is it not so? Are there not wars going on in this world right now? There are so many. Those are physical wars that are going on. There are battles of all different kinds in life. So they are there, and then there's the internal battle. So all the wars can be won in that sense by keeping attention completely on Mahashakti. And when we do that, our own personal path towards higher consciousness gets cleaned up. This is the basic point. Now, how does this relate to bhakti? And what is the bhakti in this? Well, bhakti is, of course, devotion. It is love. So when there is love for Durga Devi, love for any of the forms of Devi, sadhana gets more and more intensified. So for example, Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundai Viche, Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundai Viche, Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundai Viche. So this mantra, Navaran Mahamantra, it is, once it is chanted, once we begin to chant this mantra, that doorway begins to open, because there is an automatic link with that Param Shakti from inside to the Brahmand and then outside the Brahmand. So there's a link all the way through. When we speak these mantras again and again and again, it lays a clean groove in attention. It's a groove. It's like where that Shakti is going in that one place, and our mind learns to return to the same pattern instead of looping in worry, distraction, tension. So it creates very positive sanskar, right? So when we chant Om Aim Swaha or Om Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche, and then it is chanted 108 times, 360 times, steadily the mantra repetition increases. And as it increases, our sanskara, the sanskar meaning the impression within the mental framework, is getting more and more solidified, and it brings about an internal feeling of synchronicity. It is resonance. So the sound begins to ring on its own. Breath, heartbeat, and inner feelings sync up. This is where calm, clarity often increase. We feel better, we feel calmer, we feel more clear. These things definitely happen. In addition, there is purification and repatterning. Purification is where old tensions surface and release. the mantra gives them a channel to move through. There's old tensions, old problems, old issues, things that are stored inside our psychological system. They are literally, dug up and released by these mantras. Yes, Mahamrityunjay mantra, or Shiv or Shakti ke mantras specifically do this. The Narayan mantras also do it, but they do it a little bit later on. They are a little bit. This has the same effect, but it happens a bit later on. There's a whole reason behind that. We won't go into that right now. Right. So these Shiv Shakti mantra has a relatively very quick effect as compared to the Narayana mantras. So the relatively quick effect is that you're directly touching the energies that are available. That's why I've said before, intention should be very clear. If the intention is good, then good progress will happen. Very nicely it will happen. So purification and patterning. Purification through the mantra. The mantra is like a laser beam. It's like a special medicine that goes inside the system, and it brings up and cleans up all kinds of accumulated disturbances and sanskaras and so many things, and literally destroys them. So the weapons in the hands of Devi are these mantras. These mantras are going to destroy from the inside all of these kinds of accumulated patterns and problems and all that kind of stuff. So it will break it. It will destroy it. Also, as it does that, the mantra brings about clarity, protection, and devotion. Our mind becomes more clear, much, much more clear. That yes, when we start chanting the mantras regularly, and we've been saying this for many years, regular speaking of any mantra, Om Namah Shivaya mantra, even the Narayan mantras, Lakshmi Ji ke mantra, jo bhi hai, all of those, any mantra spoken regularly is going to be very, very useful and beneficial. Why? Because it will bring about stability. It will make our mind much, much more stable automatically. Just by sitting in one position, one facing east or north, and taking one mantra and repeating it the same number of times every day, or increasing the number but not decreasing. Right? That's the basic general rule. If Sachin says, I'm going to do 108 times Namah Shivaya mantra or Aim Bij mantra every day, and you can do the sankalpa like this, I'm going to do it for 3 months, then stick to that. Sit in that one position, sit in that one place and do it, like how we do every day here. We start at 7:30 every day. We do nearly very similar mantras or stotras, Ganesh Prarthana, everything. We do it every single day, unless I have to go somewhere or something. We do it absolutely every day. What does that do for all of us? It solidifies our bhakti, those mantras, the Atharva Shirisham and the Durga Chalisa and all those other stotras and Madhurashtakam and all these things that we do very regularly. It solidifies within us. It comes inside of us and it stays within us. And if it stays within us, that is very good for us. That's a good thing, because that way our mind is decluttered with a lot of other trash. Right? So the regularity of sadhana is very, very relevant. The more regular we are in sadhana, to that extent there is going to be the invocation of Paramatma from inside. So, some people say, well, why do I have to do this like this every day? Well, there's certain sadhana to be done every day. Certain sadhana to be done on occasion. Like right now, Navratri time is going on. Through the guidance of my Gurudev with regards to the Devi Bhakti and Upasana, to do the Siddha Kunjika Stotram Bhavan, as I sent the message last night, to do it in the evening or after 9 p.m. Is very, very good. And what that does is it is a very powerful connection, wonderful connection with the Mahashakti. So that is done in a special way for 9 days or 10 days, let's say. Okay, fine. But then regularly, our regular sadhana also continues. So one of the most important is Nitya Puja. And we're doing that now every day in the morning anyway here. we're doing it online. So maybe you're doing your own puja, hopefully, and if not that, then just coming online and listening to all the mantra, stotra, keep a jap mala, take a shower, things like that, and we'll be chalega. It's fine, So it's the regularity. Regularity is the key, and what does that do? It brings regularity brings clarity. It brings protection and devotion. All 3 points. Regularity brings clarity. Why does it bring clarity? It brings clarity simply because there is all kinds of internal, movement of mind. Mind is moving in 1,000 directions. It will bring it into a synchronous state with Jnana and Vairagya. So Jnana, Vairagya, Dharma, and Bhakti, all four of them begin to increase the more we do mantra sadhana regularly. And since this is Navratri time, we're talking about the Navaran mantra, Navaran Mahamantra. So the Aim Bij mantra is the Saraswati Devi Bij mantra. What does that do? If we start chanting it very regularly, all kinds of wisdom opens, knowledge from all domains, many domains begins to open. Yes. Amazing. So the chakras that are there, all 9 chakras are affected. They are affected by the Bij mantra because the blockages are removed. The chakras begin to rotate in the best possible way, and the Kundalini Shakti begins to flow properly. You see, so that is the most relevant point here. That the repetition of the mantra, when we repeat the mantra regularly, facing east or north with a tilak on the forehead, possibly, when we do that, that is going to bring about our mental clarity, mental stability. It will open the doorway into higher wisdom. And it destroys the blockages from inside. It also affects our family members. The people that we are connected with, of course it affects the whole world in the broader sense. But in terms of the immediate family members of the body, the extended family members of the sharirik sambandha, it has a profound impact on everyone's life. If one person starts doing sadhana, it has a very positive, beneficial effect on everyone's life. So this is, I don't know if I've said this before or not, but when one individual starts this path of bhakti, starts the path of mantra sadhana, particularly these Aim Bij mantra sadhana, that is enough. That's just the Aim Bij mantra is more than enough. Om Aim, 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 continue this way. 108 times, 360 times, and keep a small diya on. That's all you need to do. And have a murti of Devi, Ganeshji, Shivji, Guru Parampara. That's fine. If Guru Parampara is there. Otherwise, Hanumanji Maharaj can be Guru. That's perfectly okay. And this is how it begins. But you do it regularly, you will see what is going to happen in that. It is going to reset one's life. In what way? It is going to reset it in such a way that the obstacles, the problems, the difficulties, the blockages, they get removed, but not to give up the sadhana. That is the key. The key in any kind of sadhana of this type is not to give it up. Many people, they start these kind of sadhana for a few days here and there, and then they give it up. Chodna nahi isko. Don't let it go. Then you'll see the amazing things that begin to happen. In terms of the best quality experiences begin. It takes whatever time it's going to take. You see, so that is the benefit of regular sadhana. As I mentioned to you before, the most straightforward thing to do is to do Namah Shivaya mantra and the Aim mantra. You can do Navaran mantra, Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundai Viche, 108 times, 360 times. It's fine. See what is the experience behind it. It's perfectly okay. But if you're going to do higher level sadhana, that is a little different matter, right? So somebody might say that I want to, ye jo mantra hai, Navaran mantra, we want to chant 10,000 times. Think about that. There's people who do this, by the way. 51,000 times, 10,000 times. तो इसमें से क्या होता है, इसमें से बहुत, it is a higher level energy that is opened in that situation, right? So if you're going to do something like that, absolutely it can be done. There's no reason not to do that. But remember that it requires considerable time. It's going to even have a more profound impact on one's life. And at the same time, what is the intention behind it? Is it just love? Then that's fine. There cannot be any negative intention, any selfish motive. Yeah, you can say that I want good things to happen or whatever. Jo sankalp hai, that's not a problem. But negative thoughts, negative intentions should not be there. And at the same time, because it is Shakti Upasana, right? Klim, as I mentioned to you before, in married life, in householder life, and all that, Klim Bij mantra is very, very powerful. It is extremely powerful. It has a lot of significance with regards to the love energy, right? So there's quite a bit connected within that. And if the sadhana is done together, it's going to impact the couple, it's going to impact the family. So the Mahamantra is Om Aim Reem Kleem Chamundaye Viche. This is the Mahamantra. You see, and if you're doing Havan, then you can put Swaha at the end of that. Some people like to put Chamundaye Viche Namaha. You can do that, but it's not really necessary. Viche already has that in there. So the entire power of Mool Prakriti is inside this Navaran mantra. Yes, Navaran mantra, again, it is a sequential development. If a upasak is there, we're talking about upasana versus bhakti last time. If you are an upasak of Devi and you want to really get absorbed inside the Swarup of Devi, with saintliness and with good intention and with all the good positive sankalpas and things like that, bahut sundar aap kar sakte hain. You do the Navaran mantra at a higher level. Sankalp kijiye that you want to do 21 rounds of the mala. As a start, it is a development. You cannot just go into higher sadhana like that. You'll not be able to do it, right? So you start off with one mala first, one round. Then the next day increase to 2 rounds, to 3 rounds, and eventually increase to 11 rounds. Om Aim Brim Klim Chamundaye Viche. Om Aim Brim Klim Chamundaye Viche. Om Aim Brim Klim Chamundaye Viche. Now, how to do that? There are online videos and they're okay. It's okay. Many of them are all right. Make sure pronunciation is okay. You can just keep a scale, like a Tanpura scale. So you can do that. And in fact, I can show it to you right now. If you go into YouTube and just put like G scale Tanpura, and you will find that, and you can synchronize your voice to the right scale. So for example, okay, let me see here. So this is G scale Tanpura. Om. This is how I also do it this way. It's a very nice way to do this. Hopefully you can hear this. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakarashi Sarvada Om Ganganapate Namaha Om Shri Sadgurubhyo Namaha. Okay, now we do the Om Aim Brim Klim Chamundaye Viche. You see, I'll do it right now 108 times. It's good during Navratri time to do this. But this is how you do it. You hold the mala. Hopefully you can hear me. You hold this mala, in the right hand, and then put it on the middle finger, right? And then turn it clockwise from the Meru bead with your thumb. So Om Aim Brim Klim Chamundaye Viche. 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 Now I want to mention one more thing here. You can also extend the sound of each Bij mantra. So you can do Om Aim Reem Klim Chamundaye Viche. When you extend the sound of each Bij, its intensity is even more. So for example, I just gave you an example of the sample of the Navaran mantra. Now watch this, see. Om Aim 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 Aim. Now I'm going to extend it. Om Aim. Take a deep breath in. Make sure the system is very steady inside. Aim. Doing 108 times like this, bahut sundar, amazing. It's excellent for students, excellent for college students, excellent for everybody. So, as I said, Sachin's recommendation, start with just Aim Beach Mantra. Just that. Om Aim. 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 When we do this is Maha Saraswati Beej Mantra. Maha Saraswati Devi ka Beej Mantra hai. Why Maha Saraswati Devi is in the front of this? Hamari buddhi needs to be in the right direction. Some people like to start with Kleem Beej Mantra. Abhi Kleem Beej Mantra is the love mantra. Prem ka mantra hai. ठीक है? This is very interesting. Om Kleem. Klim, 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 klim. There's a faster way to do it. Medium speed is klim, 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 klim. And the longer, the extension, Om Klim. It is Mahavidya, Maha Mantra. Right? So it is the Mahakali Beej Mantra. It's extraordinary. And the Reem Beej Mantra, Om Aim Rim. That is Mahalakshmi ji ka Beej Mantra. Rim, 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 Rim. So you can take each of them separately or combine them together into the Navaran Mantra. Navaran means 9 akshar. The Om doesn't count in that. So it is Om, Aim, Rim, Kleem, Chamundaye, Viche. This is 9 akshar ka mantra hai. ये महा मंत्र है माता जी का शक्ति उपासना में. This mantra has everything. You just could, if you go into this mantra further, increase the upasana. Some people were asking about this before. Let me just hit pause here. So there were some people asking about this. What about, doing this higher level upasana? You can do it. But the criteria, you have to get Shivji's blessings for that. Do Lord of Namah Shivaya mantra first. कोई स्वार्थ बुद्धि नहीं होनी चाहिए इसमें, बिल्कुल नहीं. Some people do these mantras, these Devi ke mantra, because they want, there's some kind of a, ego driven activity. I don't want to describe those, but वो नहीं होना चाहिए. You see, just prasannata, wishing well for all. And whatever difficulty may be there, people have difficulties in life, that the difficulty goes away. Whatever the difficulty may be, let that difficulty go. It could be a physical health problem. It could be a psychological problem, a relationship problem, a legal issue. There are all kinds of difficulties in life. They can all be, the prarthana is to obliterate them through the Navaran mantra. Yes, and then whatever the Devi does, she'd take care of it. Leave it to her. That is a Mahashakti. You don't carry the burden. Do the sadhana and leave it to her. And she'll definitely take care of it one way or the other. You'll see that how she takes care of that. वो एक interesting बात है, how she works in that. वो महाशक्ति है. That knowledge, she knows how to deal with that thing, right? So when we do our sadhana, the benefit for us immediately, we're not carrying any tension. And since we're talking about Shakti Upasana particularly, we don't carry any tension, because their difficulties in life may have developed. Leave everything at the feet of Paramatma. सर्वधर्मान परित्यज्य मामेकम शरणम व्रज. और इसके साथ भगवद गीता का अभ्यास करना. ठीक है, ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात है. So this is how the sadhana is done. It's so beautiful. So I'm going to chant it here for you. And as I promised, I'll chant the Siddha Kunjika. Now, Siddha Kunjika क्या है? Some people were asking about this also. हमारी एक प्रार्थना है आपको. Please do not listen to this online. There's a lot of mistakes in it. And there is a big issue with the last line in that mantra. Sometime when we meet personally, I can explain to you in more detail. वो सब क्या है? That is not to be done by anybody unless you have the direct आज्ञा of Devi and enlightened Guru. बाकी इसको टच भी नहीं करना सिद्ध कुंजिका स्तोत्र को, simply because that is not for the general public. First of all, you have to be a brahmachari, number one. The second it is not to be done by grahasthas, first of all. So वो उनके, we can, like I can do it for grahastha, but the grahastha is not to do that, first of all. Second point there is that it is the entire Durga Saptashati inside the Siddha Kunjika. So वो भगवान शंकर ने दिया है, and it is to be done only by those who are dedicated to doing seva, things like that. It's not to be done by anybody in the Grahasthashram. Grahasthashram में नवारण मंत्र कर सकते हैं, but not Siddha Kunjika Stotram. Do not listen to it, do not touch it even, because there are mistakes that are spoken in that, and it can cause all kinds of strange effects. So stay away from that completely. It just somehow came to me, and out of a lot of difficulty it came actually, and by Guru Krupa and by the grace of Devi to do this as a seva for the sansar. That's fine. For Sachin, in that sense, that is fine. And you can listen to it. I mean, I can do it and you can come and listen to it. That's not a problem. But aap isko karna nahi. ठीक है? A very, very important point to go into that. Now, there's a couple more things about the Siddha Kunjika, is that when I'm doing it as with the Havan, through the Guru Krupa, each 13 rounds is one Chandi part. So that's 5-hour puja. So we've been doing it 4 times every day during the Navratri time. So lots of blessings and good things for everybody. Yes, somebody might say, why do you have to do Siddha Kunjika? Why not do Navaran Mantra? You can just do Navaran Mantra also. That's perfectly okay. 51,000 times karo Navaran Mantra. 100,000 times karo Navaran Mantra. That is the same, so 5-hour puja with Havan of the entire 700 verses is done in 25 minutes with Siddha Kunjika Stotram. You see, इसमें इतनी अलौकिक शक्ति है, इसमें न्यास, ये जो सब देवी के पूरे जो मंत्र है, न्यास मंत्र, रात्रि सूक्तम, everything, the Argala Stotra, Kavach Stotra, all 13 chapters, everything is in Siddha Kunjika Stotram. Kavach Stotra, everything, every single mantra is within that. So listening to it is very, very good. The householders can listen to it, but those who are brahmacharis, those who are, basically unmarried life, and they're dedicated to just seva, and because there's some reasons behind that, mantra is to be done to be done there, and this Navaran mantra is within there. Kunjika means key. It is a doorway that opens into the Mahashakti. I remember having a very interesting conversation with some pujaris at the Umiya Mata Mandir in Edison, New Jersey, some years back. So I said to them, aap jara diya karo, speak Siddha Kunjika 3 times. They were very happy. They were surprised, okay, Swaminarayan ka bhakta is doing this mantra. They never saw anything like that before. They said, this is a shocking thing. I said, aapko kuch gyan nahi hai iska कि भगवान स्वामीनारायण कौन थे? उन्होंने सबका include किया है, आपको मालूम नहीं है, सब भेदभाव छोड़ो. Then they say, oh my God, that's correct, So many foolish things are going on in our Indian community also. One group versus another group, some childish nonsense. It has no meaning at all, right? So anyway, but those pujaris are devotees of Devi. Devi के परम भक्त है. तो उन्होंने, what they said, कि सिद्ध कुंजिका का वो क्या है, that even for Bhagwan Shankar himself can never find the end of that. Think about it. I mean, वो तो भगवान ही है, पर ये तो एक चरित्र है, that who are we? We are just doing some sadhana. तो इसमें बहुत अलौकिक शक्ति है. And the whole Durga Saptashati is inside the Siddha Kunjika. So that is a blessing for Sachin to do this for everybody. आप क्या कर सकते हैं? आप आइम बीज मंत्र करो. Do that much. इसमें डेप्थ में जाओ. You don't even need to do full Navaran mantra. आइम बीज मंत्र करेंगे. रीम और क्लीम की शक्ति इसमें है already. इसमें पूरी भगवत गीता है आइम बीज मंत्र में. The whole Siddha Kunjika, the Durga Saptashati, everything is in one बीज mantra. Think about that. But it is a starting point through Saraswati Devi. This is the point. You see? So, ये जो भैरव की शक्ति, भैरवी की शक्ति, 10 महाविद्यास, if you go further in Aim Bij Mantra, all of that connects together. You see, because it is a seed. You're planting the seed, and it is a seed that is going to grow, and it grows where? It is a massive blossoming tree. So what is the tree that blossoms? That is wisdom, jnana. And that is what is needed. That is the first thing needed. If you don't have the wisdom, you will not know how to love anybody. You will not know what to do with Mahalakshmi, with Aishwarya. पैसा आता है जीवन में, एक वैभव आता है, ज्ञान नहीं है, इसका सब दुरुपयोग हो जाता है. ठीक है, इसीलिए आइम बीज मंत्र इज द फर्स्ट. इसमें सॉलिड बनना पहला, फर्स्ट. एंड नमः शिवाय मंत्र इज द ब्लेसिंग फ्रॉम भगवान शंकर. व्हाई? बिकॉज इन नमः शिवाय मंत्र में क्या है? नमः शिवाय मंत्र में पूरा वेदांत का ज्ञान है, शांति है, परम शांति है, वो आत्मज्ञान की बात है. सो ओम नमः शिवाय. So start with Namah Shivaya, start with Ganesh mantra, then Namah Shivaya mantra, Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu, wo jo shlok bolna, and then you can go deep into the Aim Bij mantra. Yes. Karo 51,000 times. Send me a text message, Sachin, you've done 51,000 times kiya hai. Bahut maja aayega aapko. A lot of fun, lot of enjoyment in that. Or you will see, not because Sachin is saying, so aap hi dekhenge ki kya chamatkar hai isme. Isme kis prakar ki alokik shakti hai. There is no comparison to these Bij Mantra. Bij Mantra is at a totally different level. Totally different level. So even like, see, Ram, right? Ram is a Bij Mantra. ये देवी का ही मंत्र है actually. We don't say Bhagwan Ram. वो तो है उनका नाम, that is a name given to the incarnation. Ram Bij Mantra has within it, one time when you chant Ram, that is equivalent to speaking the entire Vishnu Sahasranam, as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ji has stated. Vishnu Sahasranam is 1,000 mantras of Bhagwan Vishnu. Karna, aisa nahi ki nahi karna, wo fantastic. But you see the power of the Bij Mantra. You see, Ram is a Bij Mantra. You see, so it's amazing. Amazing baat hai. This is what I was talking about Siddha Kunjika. Siddha Kunjika Stotra mein 80% Bij Mantra hai. So Om Am Kam Cham Tam Tam Pam Yam Sham Vim Dum Aim Vim Ham Ksham. These are 14 Bij Mantra that creates the entire reality. You see, but don't need to worry about that. Because when you do Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundai Viche, you see, so you're connecting with Mahashakti. And by connecting with her, the thing to keep in mind, what we are wanting to see happen in the dimension of Prakriti. Is point par dhyan rakhna. This is extremely important. What we want. Like if Sachin says, I want to do seva, mujhko seva karni hai, bhakti karni hai, sab shastro ka abhyas karna hai, which is what has happened in life. That is what is coming about. It's been happening like that for a long time because that was the intention. And exactly that is happening. You see? But if you want to say, no, I want to have, I want to have 3 fantastic kids. I want to have 5 grandkids. I want to have 3 pets. I want to have a, $1.5 million home with 10 rooms in it and this and that and big boat. And wo chahiye? To karo sadhana 51,000 times. What do you want? That's the question. You see, so Devi ki upasana mein, the main question is, what do you want? Some people say, I want this big job. I want this nice job. I want to put this degree. It's wanting, ichha. Perfectly okay. Perfectly okay. Ask and you shall receive. But sadhana karni chahiye. So Sachin's effort here is that everybody's progress can happen in the material world and in the spiritual dimension. That's a seva, right? Okay. That's and particularly obstacles and problems and addictions and all those terrible, so negative vastu to totally band honi chahiye. But when we do our own sadhana, Sachin is doing it as a seva, others do it. When you do it yourself also with a small diya, Om Aim Swaha, Om Aim Aim Swaha. So there's ways of chanting these mantras. When you do it and you do it consistently, the power builds up. Mantra Shakti kaha build up hoti hai? Once it is done consistently at the same time facing the same direction. Ye important baat hai. When you do that, amazing. And by the way, Bhagavad Gita के जो श्लोक है वो भी मंत्र बन जाते हैं. When they're repeated and contemplated again, they become mantra. Mananam trayate. When you're doing mananam, that becomes mantra. But ye jo shakti ki jo baat hai, shakti bij mantra. I know we're over time here. Let me stop here in just a second. Do it consistently. Start with one round. How much time it will take? Om, Aim, 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 Aim. Put the G scale on or F scale, Tanpura on the YouTube. Betna, Bhagwan par sab chhod dena. So thy will be done. Everything is at your feet. Sadhana karna. Don't waste energy in worry, in tension, in fear, in rag dvesh. Chhod do. Let sarvadharman paritajya. You come to me. You sadhana karna. Or Bhagwan par chhod dena. Or sankalp, keep your sankalpa clear, what you want to see happen. That's it. So we are free. Immediately we are free. There's no tension left. It's like this, If you have a 7-year-old kid, and the father and the mother are so powerful. They are trillionaires, not billionaires, trillionaires. तो क्या प्रश्न ही नहीं है. He said, I'm at your feet. But if he breaks the relationship with them, start working at minimum wage job somewhere. ये जीव की स्थिति ऐसी है, begging in this sansar, as opposed to connecting with the Mahashakti. इतना ही फर्क है. If that 7-year-old kid grows up, becomes 18, 19 years old, the relationship with the parents is gone, he's going to inherit $1 trillion. एक सेंट भी नहीं मिलेगा. जाओ, work $20,000 per year flipping hamburgers somewhere. This is the situation of this Jivatma in this sansar. और भगवान के साथ जोड़ना, it is like connecting. My father is a trillionaire. What I have to worry? The father said, मैं तेरा हूँ बस. You come to me, you stay connected to me. Relationship. If the relationship is broken, it's trouble. If the relationship is good, no issue. भगवान के साथ relationship. In Gujarati we say, जिन्हें राम राखे इन्हें कौन चाखे. You don't have to worry about anything. इसमें कोई प्रश्न ही नहीं रहता. मैं तेरा हूँ. I'm yours. And with that, there is love. With love, chant the mantras. Let's see the magic that happens. The magic is what, after all? No tension remains. Tension, zero tension. Do our dharma, do our activity in the right direction. The things that we want to see happen, good for the family, for others, they will also happen. Kya chahiye? What do you want? It's like that trillionaire father says to the kid. It's like that. He says, I want a Rolls Royce car. He said, koi baat, immediately. Kya chahiye? You get, but again, he sees what is the criteria for that. Bhagwan to ananta shakti hai, ananta brahmand usme hai. We are asking for small things. ऐसी एक स्थिति आ जाती है भक्ति में, निष्काम भक्ति. भगवान के पास कुछ मांगना ही नहीं रहता, because you are filled with divine आनंद. And भगवान के पास तो भगवान ही मांगते हैं. You just want God. You don't want something from God. Or whatever he take care of it. You don't have to even ask at that point. You see, so these are all developments. These are all big things. Only prarthana during this auspicious time, because most people are in Grahastha ashram. Grahastha ashram should not have problems. And we want everybody to be healthy. We want to make sure there's plenty of money that you need to live in the sansar in the right way as Mahalakshmi. Good knowledge and wisdom, good intelligence, excellent relationships in all 12 dimensions of life, excellent family relationships. All of this is naturally present in the Navaran Mahamantra. Naturally. And इसमें से tremendous changes आ सकते हैं जीवन में. So do it. Particularly if you're a mother, if you're a grandmother, do it. Do it for your family. People say, as much as you hear Sachin speak from time to time, go out of the attachment. Those are all higher ideas about Brahma Vidya. That is necessary. That is to understand. Nonetheless, we're living in the family structure. Unka sabka kalyan ho, practically and very nicely. There should not be any difficulty, and progress should happen with good quality relationship and all that. So that is called bhukti, Bhukti. It's the material level connection that is in the Aim, Hrim, Klim, Chamundai, which is that within that excellent relationship structure develops. What will happen actually? If you're doing this sadhana, you will become the most loving person in your family. Everybody will want to be with you. You'll see that. Everybody will always want to be with you. Oh, she's my grandmom, she's my mother, he's my father. Everybody just love. Reason is because Mahashakti jo hai, wo prem hi hai. Aur kuch nahi hai. It's just only love. And she begins to manifest inside the bhakta. You know, they used to say for Yogiji Maharaj in the Swaminarayan BAPS Parampara, Pujya Yogiji Maharaj ho gaye. If you Google him, you'll find his pictures. They used to say, Prem se paka hua purush. Prem se paka hua. You know, ripening with love. That is the real fruit of all of these sadhana. But so much to be said about it. Karo. Itna karo. Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundai Viche. And if you don't want to do the whole thing, Aim Bij Mantra karo. Do that first. 11 malas round every day. Stop wasting time. I'm telling myself also, you know, I don't think I'm wasting time, but who knows? We can make it better. Make it better. Stop wasting time. Sadhana karo. Chinta nahi karo, sadhana karo. Drop all worries and you will see, guarantee you will see how life is affected by these mantras. Itna power hai isme ke don't ask. It is absolutely phenomenal what can happen in this. You will see, you know, isme se bahut, it is the growth is just tremendous all the way around. Chodni nahi sadhana. Don't let it go. If you're doing 3 malas, stay with that. If you increase to 5, stay with that and don't let it go. You see? So with that, lots of prarthanas during this Navratri time. Again, we'll be doing the Havan at 9:30 today. It takes a good 2.5 to 3 hours to do this. Did it yesterday. 2 days were done. 52 times of the Siddha Kunjika Stotram. With the Havan, we'll do that again today. And then on the Durgashtami day, we'll be doing 117 times. You know, so that will culminate the whole thing. And that is a big blessing for all of us. Everybody is in our prarthana. Whatever sankalpas you have, you can keep in your temple. Aap bhi thodi sadhana karna. Aise, Aim Bij mantra karna, Namah Shivaya mantra karna, Diya karna. If people go to garbas and all those things, you know, wo to theek hai. That is another whole science altogether, what that is. That's fine. Bhajans and those garba songs and all that are fine. That's all fine. But those are lighter, very light versions of the Aim Bij mantra. You know, so this is where it, and then it all connects beautifully together. With that, let's stop here. Let me just do the closing mantra, and if there's any comments or questions. Om Vakratunda Mahakaya Surya Koti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakarishu Sarvadom Ganganapade Namaha Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu Guru Deva Maheshwara Guru Deva Param Brahma Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha Sarva Mangala Mangalle Shive Sarvartha Sadike Sharanitrambake Devi Narayani Namostute Ya Devi Sarva Bhuteshu Mahasaraswati Rupena Samsita Namaste Namo Namaha Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche Om Aim Rim Klim Chamundaye Viche Om Devi Chandraghantaye Namaha Om Devi Chandraghantaye Namaha Om Devi Chandraghantaye Namo Namaha Om Shri Radha Krishnaye Namo Namaha Om Shri Radha Krishna Arpanamastu Om Hrim Svaha.